Hey, what's up, guys? So, I've been meaning to share this video for some time, but I think I should give you a little bit of background history on about me. So, basically, throughout junior school, high school, and university, I was an average student, right? I just got average grades, you know. I remember when I wrote my O levels, my IGCSE, I got two A's, two B's, and like five C's. Then, when I did my A levels, it took a lot of hard work, and I got two B's and a C. Then when I went to university, first year, it was just like a series of C's. Second year, it was a series of C's and a couple of B's here and there. So the first A I actually saw in university came in my third year. And this was because I was on attachment, industrial attachment, which is basically work placement. So I wasn't even doing, it wasn't about my writing an exam or whatever. It was just because I was working hard at work, and my immediate boss just gave me an A for my hard work and for my ability to do what I said. Then in fourth year it got a bit better because I had become a bit more mature. I was working a bit harder, and out of like the 8 9 modules I wrote in fourth year, I got two A's. So that was a really successful year for me, and it was the least number of C's that I'd ever seen in my life. So I'm just saying this to emphasize that I'm an average student in terms of formal education, definitely average. But though I'm an average student, I've seen I'm employed, right? And this is a pretty big deal, particularly if you live in Zimbabwe, where we have, some say, over 95% unemployment rate. And how does an average student like myself become employed over the guys with A-star degrees, the guys who are smarter, people with masters and PhD degrees? How do I become employed and they don't become unemployed? And of course, it's the grace of God, 100%. It's God's love, it's God's grace. But there are also certain things that I feel that I've done pretty well, that have allowed me not just to stay employed, but to witness promotion at work, to witness salary increases at work, to witness a manifestation of improvement in my standard of life because I'm making a little bit more money here and there, salaries getting increased. I've gotten a promotion at work. How are these things happening? And this is what I'm trying to share with you, that academic excellence can only take you so far, but there are also certain things and certain ways to conduct that you can conduct yourself in the workplace that can increase favor in your life and in the workplace. So the first thing I'm gonna list down is just greet your boss. Okay, there's really, you can't win a fight against your boss. You can't be like, oh, I greeted them today, so tomorrow they have to greet me. Nah, man, just every morning when you get to the office, just go and say good morning. It doesn't take a great deal, you know. It's not a competition, so just take time to go greet your boss. Number two, smile. Okay, smile at your boss, smile at the colleagues that you work in your office. Be a nice person, be an approachable person. Don't sulk at the workplace. We understand that sometimes you have a bad day, but that's not conducive for the work environment. You're not supposed to be scary at work, because when you start scaring people, people want to get rid of you, and they're more than eager to cut off your contract and to fire you. Okay, they look for reasons to fire you. And so just be a pleasant person in the workplace. Smiling goes a long way. Number three, I'd say work hard. What I mean by this is just do your job. If you're supposed to be, like, I work in accounting, I've got certain tasks that I know I'm supposed to do by such and such a time. So I just do those things, right? Just do what you're supposed to do. I'm not asking you to be Superman and to try to do everyone else's job. I'm just asking you to do what you're supposed to do. Okay? So that's number three. Just do what you say. Work hard. at what you're supposed to do. Just do what you're supposed to do, okay? When it's time to work. Don't always be on your phone. Don't always be socializing around the office or out of your office. Just do your job. Okay, that's what they're paying you for, and honor your contract by just doing your job. One of the biggest injustices I see in the workplace is that people demand more money but do less work, right? They don't even sit in their offices. They're just all about, and yeah, walking around socializing on their phone. They're not even doing the work that they're supposed to, but they expect more money. Number four, don't engage in office politics. Man, remain neutral. If so and so comes up to you and starts talking about so and so, do not engage, do not comment. Okay, do not take sides. Just be relaxed. Okay, in all organizations, there are gonna be people who uh, hate on each other or who don't get along with each other. Don't take any sides. Okay, be neutral. For example, imagine you work in a certain department and you've taken sides with this department against that department. Then how are you ever gonna ask that other department for a favor? It's gonna be very difficult, right? And it's gonna be difficult for them to even do something for you. So keep it impersonal. Don't get into office politics. Just keep it casual. Be on good terms and good relationships with everyone. Number five, don't argue with your boss. Okay, this is important. A lot of people wanna win arguments, and I really don't get the reason. People are so proud, right, that they feel that I want to be heard. I need to prove myself, right? You can't win against your boss. Okay, they determine your paycheck, they determine the durability of your contract, the longevity of your contract. I don't know why people argue with their bosses. I think it's a really stupid thing. You can never win. You can't win against your boss. Okay, if you wanna be a winner all the time, go start your own company, right? And then you can be in top whatever, and your opinions will always matter. But you can't win, and I want to emphasize this, that it's not worth it. It's not worth being bad in a bad relationship with your boss just so that you can win an argument. If even they're wrong, don't set aside to don't set aside to try prove them, to show them, good, you made a mistake. Who the hell cares, right? It's a company, it's an organization, whether they made the mistake or you, who the hell cares? Okay, don't point fingers at them and say that it's your fault, because that pisses them off. To be embarrassed by a subordinate, it pisses you off, and then they start looking for ways, they start adding to your work and trying to make you more uncomfortable, whatever, because you've made them uncomfortable. Number six, be grateful. Whenever there's like a salary increment or a promotion, be grateful. Don't have this attitude of I'm entitled to this. This is my entitlement. Of course you are entitled to it because you've entered a contract and you've probably done good work, and you're supposed to, you've earned your promotion or earned that salary increment. But still be grateful. Okay, because whenever you're grateful for something, it motivates that person to do more for you. So I remember this one time I came back to work, and my office, I was in another office, then I got moved into this office that I'm in now. And honestly, guys, office space is the least of my worries, right? But because she had taken the time to move me into a new office, I actually said thank you, and I was really appreciative. So take the time to be grateful. Whenever there's a salary increment, whenever I know my boss, sometimes she brings in like lemons. She lives on a farm, so sometimes she brings in lemon, or she can bring in milk. and stuff like that. And I'm always grateful. I'm like, no, thank you so much. Be grateful in the workplace. Be grateful for all the small things that anyone in the workplace, but specifically your boss, that they do for you, especially your boss, that they do for you, because they're the ones writing the paycheck. So it's important. Number 7, and the final thing is, don't gossip about your boss. Okay, so whenever another employee comes in and they have something to say about your boss, do not comment, because word gets around. These walls have ears. Word gets around, or maybe one day that employee will get dismissed for saying something bad or shouting at the boss. Then that employee will come and say, but even so and so was saying the same thing. Then you're in trouble yourself. And when you don't ever think that when you gossip with someone, the conversation stays there, it's gonna spread. And don't think that the person who's coming to gossip with you about the boss is a person who is loyal to you. Maybe they're loyal to the boss and they've been sent there to infiltrate, to see if people are gossiping about them, or to analyze the company morale. So yeah, those are just 7 things. I'll list them again. Greet the boss. Be pleasant. Number 2 is smile. Be pleasant. Number 3 is work hard. By that I just mean do your job. Number 4 is don't get into office politics. Number 5 is don't argue with your boss. Number 6 is be grateful. Number 7 is, and finally, number 7 is don't gossip about the boss. I really believe, Kuti, if you do these basic 7 things, you won't have any problems in the workplace. I'm sorry if maybe the company's downsizing and you get dismissed, right? But generally, a person who's grateful, who's pleasant, they'll be the last person to be dismissed when such things happen. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope, Kuti, these 7 points have assisted you in some way.